and put the music up a little louder. Uh, um, so in the sensate method, there's 3 phases. So the 3 phases are you're gonna take turns. It's non-genital. I know. So Susie gives me the one where I have to say all the words,
Oh,
all
yeah.
the fun words. The phase one is the non-genital. Okay, so this is basically like we talked about earlier, maybe rubbing their shoulders or holding their hand, sitting maybe and sitting close to each other on the couch, just kind of like softly touching their face. And this is when you're lightly clothed or even fully clothed throughout the day as you're starting to set this mood. And even when you are without clothes, you can actually just avoid the genital area, right? So your hands, your feet, every place on you. So, and you're going to take turns. So it's like if you're the one who's initiating, then you're going to be doing all this exploration, um, and just opening yourself to different areas away from the genital area of your partner. Okay. So if you want to go to the next slide,
Okay.
does anybody have any questions about this?
I would say this is a good time to do massage.
Yes.
So
So I like that, Sunday. No sex without a back rub. Well, this is actually kind of takes that away. It takes it more to a level of this is what I need. You're saying this is what I need to get to that place of intimacy so that you can both have a great experience, right? Because if it's one-sided, there's there's kind of feelings that can be held on to, right? Like she was saying, we were saying how Susie was saying how the bergamot can help release bitterness and all those feelings. And sometimes when it's a one-sided, or you're just like you're getting to that place where you're just focused on the goal. I want to call that the end part is the goal. When you're focusing just on the goal and not getting to the goal, like I feel like you're running the race and you want to go slowly, because you're going to win the race regardless. You're going to finish the race, not win. I'm sorry, but you're in a race, but you're going to finish the race regardless. If you go slow or fast, you're still going to finish. So I really like that. When I learned about this a little bit, it really helped me to kind of back down. And I'm sharing vulnerably, but I have my own situations going on that I'm not able to get to that place. And so this really opened my heart and my eyes to, oh, okay, so it doesn't have to be focused on the goal. I can actually experiment with other things, and other parts of the body, can really create a sense of pleasure and actually create a sense of acceptance. So I really like that this talks about that, that it doesn't have to be goal oriented.
yeah.
And the massage is great because you can massage every part of the body, especially a nice foot rub, and maybe a shoulder rub or even a low back rub. It will really enhance the mood. You can
I
go to
think
the
this
next.
really helps us women too to kind of take time in this phase and to even have it happen outside of the bedroom, in the kitchen, like a nice gentle stroke, while you do the dishes or something, and it just helps us get in the mood. Um, and for men who maybe don't necessarily need so much to this phase sometimes, they can their experience will be enhanced overall if they engage in these phases, especially as it's good for the women.
It's good that you said that, Susie, because I remember this. And sometimes I even remind myself of this, but they say women are crock pots, right? Women are like crock pots. They are slow cookers. I mean, most women, if you're not, I applaud you, but most women are like crock pots and they really need that slow bubble. So I really appreciate this sensate method, the focus
And
for
so what,
that.
men are like microwaves?
Men are like microwaves.
Toaster ovens, I've heard.
What's that?
Toasters.
Toasters.
They
Yeah,
heat
but
up quick.
you can make a lot of delicious stuff in a crock pot.
That's right.
All right, so like we're talking about massage, here are some massage blends, another great place to take a screenshot or a photo. Yarrow Palm Serum, the Yarrow that comes in a serum bottle, not the little one, but the body serum, that's a great carrier for these oils if you want to put them in that. And or the Beautiful Body Mist is a great one as well. If you have that, it's a spray, you spray that into your palm and then you drop the oils in and then you can use it for massage. If you use geranium, it's great for itchy skin. If you have areas that are kind of itchy, then you can use that as your carrier. Of course, the FCO. I just put my oils in the FCO bottle already, so it's easy pump access. So I have the pump on there and I just drop the oils in there and then I use a couple pumps and then I don't have to be, fumbling with a lot of different oils. If you have pain in your joints, then black pepper would be a great one to add to your mix, especially during massage. Because if you have pain, then it's really hard to relax and to enjoy yourself. So we really want to take care of those. If you have itchy skin, it's hard to relax. So use these oils to take care of these situations. Okay, everyone got that? And when you see a blend like the aphrodisiac blend, it's got a lot of oils, but if you don't have them, all of them, it's fine. Just use the ones that you have. And just again, start with less, 1 or 2 drops, and then you can eventually work up to more. These are actually quite a lot of drops. For the diffuser, I think I like between 4 to 7 drops total. But it's up to you. Some people do 20, 25 drops. I don't know. And some people can only tolerate like a few drops, 2 or 3. So it's totally up to your.
But just to be clear, Susie, when it says a 4 ounces of FCO, that is the size of the doTERRA bottle, isn't it? Isn't that a 4-ounce bottle?
3.5 maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
So you would put that all into the bottle. Yeah. So you just have a mix ready to go. Okay. All right. Phase 2.
Okay. So this is phase 2 where you do begin to experience each other with your genitals, but again, taking turns. So you would touch, the breast or the genitals lightly. And I know this is funny. Men have nipples. I don't know why that makes me laugh, but those are part of the genitals too for men. Maybe Sunday should have done this. She has a very easy way of saying the word sex. I'm just being totally honest here and open. But this is where, you would experience a little bit more of that intimacy with your actual genital areas. So you could tease each other, like the teasing technique would go slowly and, then you can work up to go a little bit faster. And everything in this presentation, I think that we've shown so far is edible. And so you can just let your mind wander there.
And one thing that will be good to do is to, fresh breath is really important.
Yes, fresh breath.
And
very
yeah,
good.
so you want to use peppermint beadlets,
Peppermint
On
beadlets
Guard
are great.
mouthwash. Take a shower with your body soaps and just
Right.
be fresh. I mean, that's I think sometimes it's hard for me to remember when if it's late at night. Then it's like, oh wait, I didn't do all this stuff. So to prepare ahead of time will be
Yeah.
really good.
And this is just one of the ones that you can take your time in, and even if you have a climax, or it's okay, because it's just part of it, and it's just another phase. And it's just a really nice way to do something nice for each other. And like I said, it's a taking turns where you would kind of spoil your partner a little bit, and then they get the chance to spoil you back. So just take your time with this. That's really the important thing, is like, take your time and just really enjoy the the sensations that you receive when you're touching one another in this way, like just one person at a time. So it brings a certain openness. I feel like it opens you up for that really good experience, so that you'll want to do it again. And then maybe all those things that we listed in the beginning are going to start to go away. All your pain and all of your high blood pressure will go away, because you'll like this so much, you'll want to do it more often.
Yeah. And so each of these phases takes about 20 minutes. And they don't all necessarily have to lead to phase 3. You can just, like, phase 1 could take days if you want. And same thing with phase 2. So it's not necessarily, like it says at the last part here, orgasm may occur, but it's not the goal. That's not the aim. So really enjoying these first 2 phases.
And I like how you said that, because it is actually, it's a process, like we talked about. I just said it, the slow cooker, it can take days to get to this place where you actually have the time set aside for one another, and you just starting it in the beginning of the week, or whenever you start with the touching each other's arm or giving a hug after doing the dishes, that kind of thing. So essential oil lubricants. So these are, I think Susie already talked about it. The fractionated coconut oil. They're great because it's really good lubrication, and it's just there's no fillers. There's nothing artificial in it, and you can add, like, I think Sunday wrote in there about cinnamon, 1 drop of cinnamon, pretty intense, the cinnamon, and then yarrow pom. We talked about that. If you get it into sensitive areas, use more carrier oil, not water, if you feel uncomfortable. And this one is a really neat one. I'm actually wanting to try this, the Beautiful spray as a lubricant. I bet that just smells wonderful, and maybe as a little shoulder massage or a belly rub, that might be a really nice lubricant. There is the Beautiful spray. Okay, so these are some Let's Get Physical blends. I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
You can all read.
Everybody can read.
Let me just draw your
attention.
attention.
These blends with at least 2 to 4 ounces of carrier oil, because these are a little bit more stimulating. Okay. Go ahead, Susie. Did you have something?
Oh, no, I was gonna say bergamot is, I think that's on the next slide.
It's on the next one, yeah. But this one, the Tingle, just remember, it says Tingle for a reason. Look at the oils that are there. It's cinnamon, peppermint, and ginger. So those are all spicy oils, okay? But it increases blood flow, right? And it has that warming and cooling sensation at the same time. So just be super careful and make sure you dilute these. And you can even come back on the drops if you need to. If you want just like a teaspoon of the oil, or you just need a little handful of the oil for massage or whatever you're doing, use like 1 drop of each and start there. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's some more. There was some more. The Giddy Up.
Oh.
That one's a funny one. This one's. And so, okay, so here's bergamot, getting in the mood, and geranium and passion. Those are some nice ones to help get in the mood. You can diffuse those, or you can just apply to your lower back or abdomen. And like I was telling you, the one that I'm using currently is ylang ylang, passion, and a little bit of cinnamon. And then the Giddy Up blend is, again, promotes the testosterone, which is sandalwood. And I'm so glad I learned that again. And then clary sage is great to help with the hormones, because a lot of times with women we don't have, and as you get older, your hormones change more, and there's not a lot of natural lubrication. And when your hormones are stimulated, then you have that natural lubrication. Okay, so apply this on your lower abdomen as well. You can take it daily in a capsule, because if you're having any kind of issues with hormone regulation, and for yourself or for your husband, that would be a good one to try. Okay, so this is the goal. As I was talking about, this is the penetrative part of the sensate, and you just continuing to pay attention to both non-genital and genital areas, and then
And they're all antibacterial. Yeah, there are some people,
you.
my doctor told me when I first got married that I should have like a basin of water by my bed to wash, afterwards. And I was like, what? A basin of water? Like that sounded so weird to me. But she was just worried about getting UTIs. And I know people who get them almost every time. And so the essential oils are antibacterial. They can really prevent UTI if you're using them as lubricants. Because when you're using the alternatives, then you've got a lot of chemicals in there, and it's not as clean. So yeah, so that's another benefit of the oils.
That's actually one of the best benefits, because those are deterrents from the intimacy sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
so I appreciated that too, about that they're antibacterial, because in the past I've actually personally experienced UTIs frequently, and I think it was because of the chemical things we were using. So
Yeah, and also if you're using a condom, you should not use the oils. The oils will break up the material, and if pregnancy is not your goal, then you're not going to want to use it with a condom.
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, exactly. So just one more part about this is, like, when you get to phase 3, I know we talked about all the other 2 phases, but again, it's just like Susie said too, it's taking your time. Each phase is usually 20 to 30 minutes, and just, spend the time enjoying your partner in all of this. Sorry. So again, does that say you laying bang?
It's you lay, you bang. This one, so I guess I should get to like this one. And actually increases sexual desire. It boosts attraction, opens your emotions, encourages sensuality and eroticism. Libido oil, you can apply it to your abdomen, to your pulse points, or you can even put it under your tongue. And if you don't like the taste of it, you can put it in a capsule. You guys know about the little gel caps that we have. You can open those up, put 2 or 3 drops, and take it maybe take it about 20 minutes before. And you can have, similar effects as doing it the other ways. So yeah, that's on purpose. I thought it was a typo, but it's you laying, you bang.
I know. Well, maybe we should take it internally, since we don't like the smell of it more.
Yeah, you can. But
let's do an experiment and check back in.
Okay. Bergamot. This will increase for women, they say, the length of your orgasm. It will just make it longer. Bergamot, that's why it's written that way. It can bring feelings of inadequacy towards self-worth. This is a really great emotional oils. All the oils have an emotional component. It helps us feel a certain way, and this will make you feel self-worthy. You could apply it over your heart. The heart is a great place to put the oils. Just drop a couple drops in your hand and rub it over your heart and onto your belly button. The belly button is a really crucial place that we can put the oils when we're just anytime we want a good internal, it's just really good to go into your belly button. So you can put it in a clockwise motion around there. And decreases stress. It's antifungal and antibacterial again. Bergamot, again, if you haven't tried it, it's great. Also to put in your water. It's one that I never even knew about. But since I've discovered it, it's become one of my favorites.
Can I ask a question? So
Mhm.
you've used the bergamot in your belly button, and I mean honestly, I haven't used it in this capacity,
Mhm.
so I'm ready to try it. Just
Yeah.
all the things that I've learned about it. Um, but is there uh, is there something that I should expect after using it like that? Like, is it going to open up?
Yeah,
Because
it's
sometimes oils, when you start using certain oils, they'll open your emotions up, and I'm curious to know, like, will it start to awaken certain things in me?
yeah, well, bergamot, it's gonna help you feel self-worth, and if you feel that, I mean, you have to kind of be able to let go enough to have an orgasm, right? There's a sense of letting go and feeling like, yes, I deserve this, and so this is gonna help you feel that way. And so if it helps, and that's why I would prolong it too, and just make it
Okay.
longer for you. So yeah, try it out and report back to us.
I just might.
Okay, well, I just wanted to talk a few minutes about loyalty rewards. In case you want to get any of these oils to add to your collection, you can get it one at a time, or you can just buy a few of your favorites. And the best way to buy is on loyalty rewards. You get percentage back in points. It's like going to Costco. You only get like what I get like 3 or 4% at Costco, but doTERRA gives you 10% to start and it increases up to 30. So right now I get 30% back. When I buy 100, I get $30. It's so incredible. So if you're using these oils, if you're using the products in your home to just detoxify your home, like we talked about in the last class with Grace, then it's really easy to buy product every month, and you only have to order one thing to keep your points and at least 50 PV if you want to increase in your percentage. But you can pause it at any time and just order one thing and just stays and it waits for you until you do 50 PV. If you spend 100, you can get commission. If you spend 125, you get a free product. Every month there's a free thing that they send to you automatically into your account. So it's just a great way to do it. You can cancel at any time, you can edit it. Um, and so there's really no reason not to order on LRP. And so if you need help with that, the person who introduced you can help you, or you can call doTERRA. They're really nice. They are even open now, I think until noon on Saturdays. And you can call or you can live chat. Live chat lasts a little bit longer, but they're super helpful. And if this is a little tip about live chat, sometimes they're, I don't know, they're like new or they don't know exactly. If I don't get the answer I'm looking for, I'll just say thank you and I'll call again. And then more likely I'm going to get someone who can really help me. So just be persistent. Um, I think you'll always find a solution for you. They're super, super nice. Okay, so that's all we have for today. Do you have any questions or comments? I didn't see the chat while we're let me see.
I'd
Oh,
love
yeah.
to hear comments
Looks
or
like,
experiences if anybody can share any.
yeah.
That was super fabulous. I we all learned lots of new ideas for how to use the oils. 'Cause I know for myself, I do think about using the oils this way a lot, but I don't necessarily put it into practice.
And the best way is to just prepare ahead of time. Make the blend and put it by your bed. Get the fractionated coconut oil in the pump and just put it by your bed, because you're not going to think of it in the moment. It won't be like, oh wait, I have to, get this. So just like with anything, have it ready. Have the diffuser blend right by your diffuser. So all you have to do is drop the oils in. You could even just get it ready with water, or drop it in. And so preparation is everything in using the oils.
I was gonna say too, I don't do this very often, but I'm doing it more recently. And a lot of people say it. I think I've heard a lot of people say it, but you put your oil. So if you take your adaptive or your bergamot or any of those aphrodisiac type oils, passion, and you rub them in your hand and you kind of just put them through your hair, you're kind of smelling those throughout the day. You're smelling that throughout the day. So it's kind of already putting that into your emotional state. It's helping your emotions kind of get prepared. So that's another thing to do, maybe to try to get yourself in that frame of mind for the day. It's just maybe put them in your hair or wear it somewhere where you can smell it all the time. One of those oils that will help kind of open you up.
Yeah,
just an idea.
It's great. It's great. And even just diffusing ahead of time, like earlier in the day, and that can just be kind of a cue that, hey, this is happening. Can help communicate with your spouse.
Yeah, you should probably make sure your partner knows when you smell this is what's happening. Right.
Or maybe when you smell this, it doesn't necessarily mean just so you can use oils anytime, for any purpose. So the important thing is to communicate.
Yeah, this is true. But this is really interesting. You guys, I would love to hear anybody's take on it. This is good coming into Valentine's Day.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, thank you for joining us. We're going to go on to a business presentation now. And if you'd like to stay, it's just like 10 minutes. We're just going to talk a little bit about how to get your oils paid for, or to make a little bit more income, or to make a full-on income like I have. So it's totally possible. So if you're interested, you can stay for that. And otherwise, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week for oils for everyone sensitive: kids, pets, babies, seniors. It's going to be a great class. So we hope to see you there, and bring a friend. Tell your friends, even if they are not enrolled, they're welcome to come to one to see what it's all about. And they can have an option to get some oils at the end if they like.
I made the code word love. So if you're
love.
selecting code words, the code word is love.
Perfect.
Okay, that's great. Okay, we have a code word, Natalie, for every class. Do you remember what it was for last? It was yours.
Was I last week?
Last week?
Oh yeah, it was On Guard.
On Guard. Okay, so for that one. So we can have all for the month. So anyone who comes up with all those codes gets the prize at the end. Okay.
We did record. Okay.
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 So I'm going to
Can you make it so I can share the screen?
Yeah.
Susie? Perfect.
Okay.
I'm Sundi, and I'm going to be sharing the next little bit. Natalie, I didn't get to say hi to you earlier. Hi. Welcome to the team.
Hi. Thank you.
And welcome everyone else who I can't see, but I trust if you're staying around, you're interested in hearing a little bit more about how you can earn some income with doTERRA. First, I just want to thank you, Susie and Grace, for doing this presentation. So helpful. I really appreciate that you were willing to step up and do this for us. Yeah, so thank you for sharing personally too. I know for myself during quarantine, I don't know if other people feel this way, but it's hard to get in the mood. It's like most of the time I have, I'm showering less often, and I gotta work on just like changing my clothes, So this is a good inspiration. Good inspiration.
It's funny
So
that you said that, Sunday, because I was thinking that too. And this morning as I was getting ready, I was like, oh, I can wear lipstick today because I'm going to be seeing people and not wearing a mask.
yeah, do that more just for yourself. That's what I try to remember too, is like I can do that during the day just for myself to feel better, more ready for the world.
Exactly.
So, okay, so we've got the screen sharing capabilities now. Okay, so but before I share my screen, I just wanted to say I'm Sunday, and I've been with doTERRA since about 2017, and I have made it my goal this year to tell more people about the opportunity of earning income with doTERRA at whatever level, and there are a few different ways you can do it. A few different speeds, because it's just such a great opportunity and more people need to know about it. So I'm glad a few of you have stuck around to hear just briefly what it could look like to earn some income with doTERRA. So I'm going to share my screen and just share briefly about my own personal experience of the joy of sharing oils. It has been a hugely transformative experience in my life the last few years, and has definitely been up and down. I have gone in and out of doing this as a pursuit, but I'm full in for the last year. And I would just say that before I was introduced to oils, just so you know a little bit about me, I am a published author. I'm a writer, and I had been pursuing that writing dream since about 2002. And having some success, published some books, but I was definitely encountering the realization that I'm kind of a slow writer, and being able to earn an income that's going to support my family was probably not going to happen. And so, and I was also aware of the fact that I really loved hanging out with my kids and my friends more than I was committed to producing more writing at times. And so there was just something missing for me. And so in terms of just focusing on writing. And so when Susie introduced me to the oils 4 years ago, it was like this whole new world opened to me. One in which I could use my strengths in connecting with people and my passion for wellness and health. And I could help people be healthier and learn how to earn an income while getting paid myself and still having the flexibility to write and to parent my kids. So it just came into my life at a really perfect time, and it's been really a fun journey. And now, honestly, I feel more alive than I ever have in my life. I feel more confidence from sharing the oils with others and seeing a direct impact, because that was the thing about writing. It was always, my writing was indirect. I didn't even know if what I was putting out into the world, how it was having an impact on kids. Although I would get a letter now and then from a teacher or a parent, it was very, it was very in often. It did not happen very often, and it just felt so disconnected from my daily life in terms of the impact I was making. And I wanted to have more of an impact. And we all want to make a difference. We all want to know that our lives matter. And so, having the oils has given me an opportunity to do more, making a difference in real time, and then having more of that one-on-one connection with people, which I love, that I thrive on. So I'm also feeling a lot more hopeful that I can build an income that is going to really benefit my family, give my husband a chance to pursue some of the things he's been dreaming of doing, since he's been the primary breadwinner the last 15, 20 years. And it's also made me very grateful for the products I'm now able to afford that I can give to my family that is acting as preventative healthcare in our home. So we can use the oils. We can share the oils in a few different ways. And one of those ways is simply to get some more free oils so that we can benefit our family in that way. And that might look like referring people to one of us who is doing this more as a business. So that's one way you can kind of get involved with sharing oils. Another way is actually becoming an enroller yourself, where you enroll friends and then you can make up enough income to, like I said, pay for your oils, pay for your preventative health care. And then a third way would be a little more time intensive, where you're actually working this as more of a part-time thing so you can supplement, or even if you're a full-time person, replace your income, and you build up to that. And you go from, it's very, very common to go from someone who refers people to someone who's maybe enrolling a couple people at a time to someone who is building a team of people who are also doing the same thing and supplementing your income. It's very common to kind of go along that spectrum over time. There's a lot of great reasons I've chosen to partner with doTERRA, and that I think it's worth you to consider partnering with doTERRA. I'm just going to highlight a few of them, but you can read this list. But the first thing is, it is the largest essential oil company in the world at this point, with over 2 million customers. 10 million customers. That's a big difference. And what is so amazing to me is that this growth has happened over the last 14 years solely by word of mouth. Basically, it's just all word of mouth. And that tells me that the oils are really working in people's lives and changing lives, and people want to then tell everyone about them. So over 10 million customers, and these oils are the most tested and the most trusted on the market. Because doTERRA, when they started, they decided, we're going to set the gold standard. There's no FDA regulation, so we're going to come up with a testing protocol that can ensure families who use our oils that every time they open one of our bottles, they're going to get the same results, because we're really using these oils more as a complementary therapy, I would say. So these oils are highly effective in terms of more of a medicinal approach, not simply nice smells, to the point where now it is becoming more stream with doctors and hospitals, like it says here. And we have many doctors on our team: PTs, dentists, OTs, medical doctors, pediatricians, nutritionists, nurses. So doTERRA is really working. Part of their mission is to help oils become more accepted and valid in the science and medical communities. We're really fortunate to work with a company that has that as part of their vision, because we're getting the validation of Western science, which a lot of people need to feel comfortable with putting these kinds of things in their body and putting them on their kids and so forth. So we can really feel confident that what we're sharing with people when we're inviting people to consider the doTERRA brand, we're giving them something highly effective and safe. And I'm really excited that just this past fall, I don't know if you all heard, but doTERRA actually opened, speaking of just working with doctors, opened an integrative oncology center in Kentucky, and it has the doTERRA name on it, which just speaks so loudly in terms of doctors' trust of doTERRA as a brand. So my husband's from Kentucky, so I love that they opened this cancer center with doTERRA's name on it in Kentucky. And I just see more and more of that going to be happening down the line. So now is a great time to get in with doTERRA. It really, even though they've been around 14 years, it still feels like we're on the ground level in terms of where it could go in terms of revolutionizing healthcare and people's health in the United States and around the globe. The last thing I'll just emphasize is that I love the heart of doTERRA. So the fact that doTERRA is so committed to sustainable sourcing, making sure that the plants are going to be around for generations, and sustainability in terms of people's lives, even more importantly. They're making sure that people are paid fairly, that people are treated right, and they have a nonprofit arm that has given millions and millions of dollars to things like getting women out of trafficking and education and healthcare and clean water clinics, girls' feminine product, hygiene kits and things like that. I mean, they've partnered with so many nonprofits and given so much money away. So it's a great company to work with. And they say they will never sell. They will always be privately owned. So we don't have to answer to, the stock market. We can just continue to share. And so questions you might have if you're considering working with doTERRA at any level, whether it's just referring people to us, or maybe sharing with a few friends, or maybe even building a team that is going to also teach people how to build the team and supplement your income. The questions you may have: how do I make money? How much time is involved? Could this work for me? And what is the next step? So the how to make money part is really quite simple, not always easy, but it's 4 steps on repeat. You share the oils with people, you give them a sample so they can try it and have a good experience themselves. Then you teach people or educate people on how to use them, kind of like we're doing here. And we show you how to do this. We will give you a tried and true method for how to teach a class. And in fact, we will do them first with you. And then slowly you learn how to do it yourself. And then you enroll people, you help them get started with their own wholesale membership and some oils, and then you show them how to use those oils in their life and for their family. I would add probably a fifth step if you actually want to build your income over time, is then you teach people how to do these same 4 steps. So that is how you make money. And it can look, again, there's different levels. If you just want to simply start off by being able to fund your habit, being able to get that preventative health care for your family paid for, it looked like anywhere from 3 to 5 hours. I would actually probably 3 to 7 hours a week, depending on how you work. I'm not a totally focused worker. If I sat down and I did my calls in 3 hours, I could probably do it. But I tend to take time to talk to people for long periods of time. But 3 to 5 hours a week, and you're personally enrolling a few friends a month, and you can, over time, be making anywhere from like this 300 to 2,200 a month. Now, these are ideal numbers that are based on building customers who are also continuing to buy through the loyalty reward program. But say you have enrolled 15 people and they all become loyal customers, within a few months, you could be earning about $300 a month if you continue to enroll a few people a month. If you want to start supplementing your income, it's going to look more like a part-time thing. So anywhere from 10 to 20 hours a week. I'm kind of in that 15-hour a week range myself. And you're enrolling, the goal is to enroll about 4 customers a month, and then 1 builder, which just means someone who, like you, is also trying to share the oils with other people so that they can earn some income to pay for their products. And if you want to replace your income like Susie's done, it's going to be more of a full-time gig and enrolling more people, and maybe launching a couple of new two people a month that are also sharing the oils with others. But it's totally doable. I just have to tell you, there's so many people out there right now who are really looking for natural alternatives for their health. And so most people are willing to at least come and hear about it. And that's the key thing, is you're just wanting to invite people to come and hear about it. And then it's up to them whether or not they want to give it a try. But if you do the steps of sharing the oil with them so they have an experience, showing them how to use it, and showing them how to order, generally people are very open and interested in doing that. There's 4 different ways to earn in doTERRA. I'm only going to just briefly touch on a couple because they're the quickest way to earn money right away, so you can start paying for your product. But the Fast Start bonus and the Power of 3 bonus. The unilevel is more residual income, how you earn money over time. And then when you're at certain levels within the company, you can also get leadership bonuses. So it's a very generous compensation plan, and it's different from other multi-level marketing companies that are out there in one significant way. But this is the Fast Start bonus, which just means anyone who you enroll, anything they order within the first 60 days, you will receive 20% of that order in cash. So this is a way to just quickly start earning some money to be able to pay for your products. So for example, if you enroll someone, say her name is Megan, and she orders with $225 at the beginning, you're going to earn $45, 20%. If she continues to order within 60 days, you earn 20% of each one of those orders for the first 60 days. So within the first couple of months, you have earned here in this example, about 90 to 100 bucks you can earn from one person. And again, if you share with a few people in a month, then you've earned that, you've earned possibly paid off your oils for that month. The Power of 3 bonus is a really great bonus that doTERRA gives to us, and it incentivizes us to find other people who want to share the oils, to be honest. So like if you really want to do this as an income generating opportunity, finding other people who are also interested in sharing the oils, or at least are interested in being loyal customers, really helps you in the long run. But the Power of 3 is basically where if you are doing a 100 PV order and you have 3 people under you all doing a 100 PV order, and your team volume, or the 4 of you together, adds up to 600 PV, and that just is it's like roughly dollars, then you get a $50 bonus. And that's just another way, and you kind of teach people how to do that, and your bonuses increase. Sorry, I should have done that. One quick thing to say is to earn commissions, like Susie said earlier at the end of the class, it's a 100 PV minimum order for yourself to be eligible for commissions. But what I tell people is this is actually quite a small investment compared to starting up a business, any other business you would start up. My husband is an entrepreneur and he's sunk thousands and thousands of dollars into starting up his business, which he's now trying to recoup. I pay 100 PV a month minimum. I usually do more because I'm using so many other products, but 100 PV minimum to get commissions on anyone who I've enrolled and anyone who's underneath me in my organization. And I'm going to be using these products anyway. So I'm just spending a little bit of money, investing a little bit of money, which I'm going to spend anyway because I want these products for my family's health and I'm able to earn commissions. So again, how much time is involved? Depends on what level you want to do this, but if you just want to get your oils paid for, anywhere from 3 to 7 hours a week, I would say. If you want to supplement your income, more like 5 to 15 hours or 20 hours. And if you want to replace your income, 15 to 30 or 20 to 40, maybe more accurate. Could this work for you? Yes. As long as you're passionate about the oils and you love the oils and you love people and you can basically follow a system. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge systems person, but I'm working on it. And you can find ways to do this that work for you, and we will work with you to help you get things done. So the next step is simply to make sure that you have a wholesale account, which I think everyone here does. You want to upgrade to Wellness Advocate. It's free, it doesn't cost anything. But then you set up your 100 PV LRP and you get started. And we have ways to train everyone who does this. So you definitely reach out to the person who invited you to know about the oils, and they will help you figure out how to take the next step with inviting people to a class. That's really the first thing, or to a one-on-one where you just share with people about the oils. But it's a lot of fun. I love it. It's been life-changing for me, like I said, and everyone here, I think, pretty much knows. They knew me before doTERRA, and they now know me now. And I have a lot more confidence and a lot more joy and a lot more energy because I'm seeing what I do is making a difference in people's lives, and it's been really great. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Sandy.
Sure.